Hello and welcome everybody to this tutorial. We'll be showing you how to set up a static blog on GitHub Pages, which will allow you to host a blog on GitHub Pages completely free, and you can write your entries in Markdown. The prerequisites are a GitHub account, of course, having Git installed on your computer, and Node.js. We have linked how to install all of that stuff in the description. So the first step is to navigate to this GitHub repository. This will also be linked in the description. And we want to go ahead and clone this to our machine. We can do that by typing in git clone. And we're just going to call the folder blog. Right. So the next step is to open up that folder in VS Code, which we can do like this. Here's the blog project. So we can see all the files in here, and what we want to do now is pull up a terminal and type in npm install. And once that's done, we want to actually run the blog, and we'll show you what it looks like. Now that that's done, we can actually run the blog and pull it up on our local host. So we're going to type in npm run dev. We're going to allow it access. And then we can just go ahead and click on that link to pull it up in the local host. So this is what you should see when you open that link to the local host, and this is what the blog will look like. At the moment, we have a dark theme activated in Windows, but we can go ahead and switch that out to light mode. Like that. And this is what the blog will eventually look like. So as you can tell, the blog currently is from the user UMcConnell, and we want to change that. We want to personalize the blog and fill in our GitHub username. To do that, we're going to be changing 4 files in the blog in VS Code, and then it's going to be these 4 files. So to do that, we're going to open up VS Code, navigate to package.json, and over here we want to put in our GitHub username, because this will be sort of the title GitHub Pages. And to do that, I'm just going to navigate to my GitHub page and grab my username. So that will be this, and you just want to go ahead and replace that here. You could change this description. And you would want to go ahead and change it everywhere where you see UMcConnell. And of course, I am the author. Next, we want to open up source, go into site.manifest, and just do the exact same thing. The third file will be in data, meta.json. We can personalize these fields here. You could, of course, add more social media accounts. And we'll set up the comments repository later, because you can actually comment on this blog, and that's also a free service, and we'll show you how to set that up. The last file is, of course, the license, and you just want to replace your name right there and hit Control Save. All right, so once we are done with that, we want to change some of the styles and the colors. The first thing to do is to, of course, replace the icon that shows up here on the blog. We want our own GitHub icon to be over there, and I've prepared some icons for that. You want to place the icons in source, assets, images, and have icon. So if you just reveal that in File Explorer, you want to replace all of these with your own icons, and I've prepared some in the downloads folder. And you could also go to the style sheet in source, assets, styles, and that will allow you to change, for example, the color of the blog post down here and such. So you also want to, of course, change the avatar, which will be this image that is actually displayed, and for that we can just pick the largest one of these PNGs and rename it avatar. All right, with that, the customization is complete, the setup is complete, and now we'll just show you how to write a simple Hello World blog post that will then appear in the blog. So what we'll do is we'll go into the source posts folder, and in here, if we just reveal this, we'll just edit the Fibonacci post that we see here, and we'll do that in VS Code. So in this section, we'll give it a title, a date, a description, and here we could add some tags. If we just get rid of all the text in here, we can now proceed to write our blog post. And we are writing this in Markdown, so it's super simple to include images and even maths equations. There we go. And now if we switch back to the website, we should be able to see this Hello World blog entry. It's right here, and we can open it up and yeah, view our blog post. So now we'll show you how to set up the comment section. We're going to do that with Utterances, again, a free app that we're going to install on GitHub. You can actually see the comment section here, and any comments that will be added underneath your blog post will actually appear as GitHub comments, and then you can go ahead and answer them. So to do that, we're going to navigate to our GitHub and create a new repository called comments. I'm going to leave all of this blank. create the repository. And then we're going to go on this website. And what we want to do is install the Utterances app to our GitHub. And we're going to do this for all repositories. And we're done. Now comments are set up. Now for the final step, we want to create a GitHub repository to push our customized blog and then host it with GitHub Pages, which is, like I said, a free service, and it will allow anybody on the web to be able to read your blog. So the way we're going to do that is I'm going to head back to VS Code, and we're going to commit all of our changes. Make sure you've saved all the files you've edited, and then run these commands. Now we want to create a repo from the web interface, and we'll be pushing our blog to this repo. Make sure you name the repo your username .github.io, because that page will be hosted by GitHub Pages. Once that's done, we want to copy these commands, but we want to reset the origin. So we're going to change this add to set URL. There we go, and then we'll follow the instructions. And now we have pushed all of our files to this repository, and we can host our blog on GitHub Pages. We've set up the GitHub Actions so that it will actually build your blog, or compile it, and it will be on this GitHub Pages branch, and this is the one that we want to publish. To do that, we'll just go into the settings, scroll down to GitHub Pages, and here we want to select the GitHub Pages branch and just hit save. And now we're done. We should be able to go in the browser to our username, .github.io, and pull up our blog. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial, and we hope you'll have fun with the blog.